Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 17, Week 4, Round 1. We're in our final week of this 3v3 season. And in this first round, my opponent's name is Kodei. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to go with my opponent from here on out. So let's look at the matchup. So on the hotbot, my opponent does have some red on their side, so let's zoom in and take a closer look. So as we see, I have the advantage in all of the statistics. So let's see if there's anything significant in these numbers. My opponent does have 493,000 lifetime banners, which isn't nothing. They have almost 1,400 offensive wins, so they go pretty heavy offense, it looks like, because only 261 defends. That is only an 18.71% ratio. Very, very low. So this opponent is very offensive heavy, I think. When we compare our rosters, you can see I do have about a 200,000 GP advantage overall, but my opponent does have the higher top 80 GP and top 65 GP. But I have 20 more Zetas. I have a significant speed advantage, 97 to 69. When comparing our mods, I have a really, really large advantage, more than double the 6-dot mods than he does. He doesn't have any mods over plus 25 speed, and I have 8. Only 13 over plus 20, I have 31. So I'm expecting to be able to outspeed every matchup I have. But relics are a different story. My opponent is crushing me in total relic levels, 203 to 136. And you can see almost all of his relics are in the higher tier, 9 tier 7s, 3 tier 6s, 14 tier 5s, whereas most of mine are all tier 4 or below. So I've decided to follow my brother Bomafett's lead and break this up a little differently. I like the way he did it. So in the meta character report, he has Jedi Master Luke and I do not. However, I do want to point out he only has 2 out of the 6 Zetas, and while he is Relic 7, he does not have his ultimate. Also, his gas is only 5 stars and gear 9. Looking at the key characters and ships, we see that his Watt is also only 4 stars and gear 8. And very importantly, he does not have a negotiator or malevolence. All right, let's take a look at what he does have. Let's look at his roster. He's running a Thrawn fleet in Fleet Arena, and he is running his Jedi Master Luke in his Squad Arena. So most of the relic characters he has are related to getting Jedi Master Luke, but he does have some other characters in here that are going to play a big role. His Darth Revan is Relic 7, his Grievous is Relic 7, but his Grievous isn't modded well. You see, he only has one 6-dot mod there and a total of 100,000 health. So not as scary as a normal Relic 7 would be, I think. He also does have other really highly relic Separatist droids. His B1 is B2. He's got a Relic 5 Brood Alpha. But then he's also made some interesting choices, like a Relic 5 mission. All right, so we've got just under 4 hours left in the attack phase. Let me show you the defense I set and what I was hoping to do. My opponent just got Jedi Master Luke. Last week was the first week he had him on his GAC history, and he had put him on defense all 3 rounds. So I was expecting that. And I do believe that I can get through it, but in case I cannot, I tried to design my defense to hopefully stop him from clearing. So what I did down here is I put Padme, CLS, and Fin Poe, and the Fin Poe actually is the one that got the stop. And then, interestingly, he chose not to go through the top. I made the top more inviting because I didn't think he'd be able to get through my ships. Up here I put a Shock clones, but you can see it's Echo and Arc with Shock. So the weaker set of that, I kept the others for gas to try and get through his Jedi Master Luke. He didn't try Hux. He took 3 tries to get through my Grievous. Didn't try this Basilisk squad either. And then because I have such a ship advantage, I put both my Negotiator and Malevolence on defense, figuring that if he got to ships, he wouldn't be able to clear it. What I didn't expect is for him to go south and go through the back, and he was able to clear my Darth Revan. It took him 3 battles to do it, but he got through it. He also took 3 battles to clear my Asajj zombie nuke squad. So the end result is what I thought it would be, that he'd clear 2 zones, but I expected him to clear the front 2 zones, not the bottom 2. Let's look at his defense. He essentially sets a couple hard teams and then a bunch of not so good stuff. He's got a pedestrian Geos here. We've got Ewoks. We've got a Newt squad that isn't well geared. And there's the Jedi Master Luke with Basti and Watt. Now, if you watch my brother Boba Fett's video from a couple rounds ago, you saw him go up against an opponent with this exact same lineup. And at the time, both he and I actually thought it was unbeatable without your own GL. But in the comments, one of his commenters actually pointed out that you can 2-shot it. And then, right after that, I saw a video by Klesso that said you could actually 1-shot it if you have the right characters. So that's what I'm gonna try and do, maybe. We'll see. That's gonna depend on what happens on the bottom zone. But even then, this team that I'm facing is much weaker than the one that my brother had. The Basti is not relicked, nor is the Watt. So I'm hopeful that I can get through it. All right, down below, he actually put his harder teams here, I think. This Grievous squad, even though the Grievous isn't well modded, that B1 and Magna are both relicked up. That's gonna be tough. And then this Poggle with B2 and Droideka team also could be potentially difficult. And then we've got some throwaway clones here. I'm actually gonna start down here and start with the Grievous. In order to 2-shot that JML squad, you basically bring in Han and kill Watt right off the bat before he can get the tech out and then die. And then you come in with a second team of gas to clean up Jedi Master Luke and Basti. But the 1-shot team that Klesso showed in his video is actually Jedi Knight Revan with gas and Han. You kind of just bring it all together in one. Han still takes out Watt right away, but then you're able to clear the other 2 with Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Knight Luke. But I don't know that I can get through this Grievous with just my Night Sisters. I may need my Jedi Knight Revan team to get through it, in which case, if I need Jedi Knight Revan here, then I have to do the 2-shot method up top. So I need to start and find out if I need Jedi Knight Revan here or if my Night Sisters can handle it. I kind of think they can't, but maybe they can. So that's where I'm gonna start. We'll start with Night Sisters, and that will kind of inform how I'm gonna handle the rest of the board. So we've got Talzin, Daka, Spirit. We don't have Zombie, she's on defense. The hope here is that Daka doesn't go down. If she does, and we'll bring in Jedi Knight Revan. If we can, or as soon as we can, we'll start working on B1 to get the stacks down. And that B1 is done. Let's go ahead and assist from the grave a little bit. Build Daka's health up some. We're gonna go ahead and assist a little more. And now we'll bring him back. And once we kill Magna, we'll probably have to bring him back again. Yep. Ooh, and got the stun. Very nice. Okay, well, we're gonna have to hope we can keep getting stuns here. We'll bring Spirit back here in a second. So this looks like it's gonna work. I'm gonna be able to go for the 1-shot team, hopefully, if all goes well. And through with a 51. All right, before I go do that, just out of caution, I'm gonna go ahead and try this Poggle team. I'm gonna use my Geos. I think if possible, I'll open up the entire bottom so I see what's in the back, just so I don't get caught. But let's go after Poggle first, see if we can get him out of here. He's only gear 11, should go down relatively quickly. I'm gonna even save the big hit. Let's just do the assisting one here. We'll save the big hit for Droideka, because the big hit dispels first and then does the damage. So even when he goes into damage immunity, it can hit through that or dispels it and then hits. But we're gonna wait till I get back into stealth so that it's actually a big hit. There we go. So we're back in stealth and spy. Next time it comes around, I'll target Droidica. And didn't kill him, but got him out of stealth there. Let's go back onto B2. And go ahead and bring the brute back. Did his job. Thank you very much. And we'll just work him down. There we go. Okay, since both those two work, let's get a little frisky here with these clones. They've got Hunter running, and I think that's gear 1 on Hunter. So there's currently a feat for getting kills with first order stormtrooper variants. So we're gonna do that. Does TIE Pilot count? Okay, so after looking that up, it turns out that the TIE Pilots don't count. So I'm gonna have to bring in Executioner, which is a little bit of a bummer because I had planned to use him with crew on a different squad, but I think I have plenty of teams. That's fine. Maybe I'll use crew as a off tank for something, but I think this will be enough. I think Executioner alone would be enough. But let's go ahead and advantage up. Let's kill Hunter. Let's go haunt it up. I don't use most of my first order. They're not very good generally, but his clones are even worse. So there we go. All right, that lets me open up, see the back, see what I'm dealing with completely before we move on. All right, so he did put a couple decent squads. Oh, not really. He just put Padme. Okay. When I said he was offensive focused, I was not lying. These are not very good. I'm gonna jump up to the Jedi Master Luke and see if we can't get him down, and then we'll go from there. All right, so this team, again, thanks to Klesso for posting it, is Jedi Knight Revan, General Skywalker, and Han Solo. We are going to kill Watt right off the bat, then we're gonna mark Bastila and get her out, and then we will just have Jedi Master Luke to work on, and it will take a while to get him down, but that's the plan. So cross our fingers as this works. My only really backup is Jedi Knight Luke, but I don't think I'm gonna need to use him. It helps that Watt is so low, and so is Bastila. So these, they both went down pretty quickly. And now we're just going to work on Luke. And let's keep passing that around. Let's get the armor shred. It's gonna take a little bit to get his bonus protection gone. But as long as we get him out before he gets the tech from Watt, you know, as long as we got Watt out before he was able to put the tech on, it makes it so that once we get through that bonus protection, he doesn't regenerate it very fast. Here we go, through the bonus protection, and now it's just a matter of whittling him down. And because he has no teammates, he can't earn anything on his ultimate, even if he had one, which he doesn't. He doesn't have the ultimate. And I don't actually even know what all the Zetas are, but he only has 2 out of the 6, so I'm sure that's helping as well. So it's just gonna take a little bit, but soon, let's go ahead and give people crit buff. There we go, down in 1. All right, so let's go with the Geos, and we'll go Vader. And I think just Palp and Vader are enough. I like Palpatine in here with Vader. It lets me get an extra Force Crush off right at the beginning before I do my Merciless. And his Spy and GBA are both Gear 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on Spy because that's what I like to do. But I have a feeling this shouldn't be that bad regardless. Go ahead and get Brood out. Got the ability block, so he's not going to summon one back right away. Got the ability block again. Let's just keep working on him. And he's gone. And why don't we just do it that way? Next, we are gonna go after this Newt team. And I'm basically gonna take the crew squad I was gonna take before, but because we don't have Executioner, I'll put Wampa there in its place. Same deal. We just want a damage dealer in that spot. So we'll give the tank tech to crew, and we'll give the damage tech to the weapons tech to Wampa, and then we will just smash. So we'll go ahead and do that on Newt to begin with, just to make it so that he can't put extortion, and then yeah, Wampa will just come through and kill people. Let's go ahead and cleanse myself and keep hitting on Django. And because he's got the weapons tech, they can't revive. Oh, unless they die from dots. That was really unfortunate. That's fine. Which leaves me with these Ewoks, and I've got a bunch of teams that could overkill it. Since we already used Han, let's use Chewie with Wedge and Biggs, and we'll overkill these Ewoks. Okay, that's one way to do it. And there's Pop Blue. Ewoks, last battle you did well for me, and now I'm slaughtering you. Alright, he put his Radis and his Finalizer here. I'm not sure which I should be doing on which. I have my Empire fleet and my Rebels. So I think I'm going to do my Rebels here, because they're the team I feel better about. But I don't think it matters much. We'll do that, and that, and that. And I think I can just go in. I don't need to go in super light. We'll go in with that. There's no point in like tempting fate here and losing a fleet battle when I don't need to. Let's get our armor penetration up. And let's take out Garth Saxon and clone Sergeant. Actually, let's do this on the Y-Wing so he doesn't have his protection. And okay, I could have gone in lighter. Oh, he dodged me. There we go. Still plenty of banners. And then Finalizer, we will go with Thrawn and some Empire. And I think that's enough on that one. We won't go too heavy. So we will, I don't even know who to target here, honestly. I guess I should have gone against that one. I just figured this Sith tank bomber is kind of annoying with the bombs and all that, but yeah, I'm not expecting this to be a long battle at all. So I think that's going to kill them, and this should kill him. Let's go ahead and bring in this TIE fighter. So I'm happy with that, and we are jumping back to the back. So let's get the nest solo out of the way. I'll just hit auto and fast forward and get rid of some more murder bears. All right, as expected, a 55. That brings me to, let's do this shock, and we will go with my Treya with Thrawn. And we'll go ahead and do that. I don't think they have Zetas. Let me double check that. No Zetas here. Isolate Shock T. She's Relics 3, so she could be problematic, I guess, but... So he's still gonna die, but because there's no Zeta, he doesn't get anything from 5s. And we'll probably end up just annihilating her. So we'll put her on timeout. We'll see if we can't gain back our health and protection. We'll stall here for a second. I think Treya is actually missing a tiny bit. And good now. Oh, but she just stole from Nihilus. So hold on. Let's do that again. Nope, we're going to kill her. Could get that little shred of protection back. Alright, the Padme team. I have my Jedi Master, Jedi Knight Luke. So let's do that. We'll even bring Ezra. I don't think Ezra's necessary, but we will do it anyway. And go ahead and stun him. And I'm going to do single attacks here so that we're not calling to assists on Padme to get her out. But now I will call assists on this gas. Get them gone. So it's pretty big overkill, but that's fine. Which just leaves them Treya, and the Treya squad can get you sometimes. I'm gonna go in, I think, with clones. Yeah, let's do clones. I've got JTR as well that I could do, but let's do this, and I'm gonna go ahead and taunt up, at least in the beginning here. I do think it might be a little bit of a problem if but I'm not getting a bunch of assists or anything like that, so this should go fine. We just need to kill Nihilus before he takes an attack. But there goes Scion. Or not an attack, but annihilates. Get rid of all that. There we go. So this will be fine. Not great banners. Lost my protection, but... Alright, that is it. Successfully took down that Jedi Master Luke. We ended up with a total of 2672 to 1835. That went a lot more smoothly than I was expecting, but I was expecting a little more difficult of a defense around Jedi Master Luke. Even though he was an offensive heavy player, I did expect a little more resistance than that. But in any event, I want to thank my opponent for the match. I am appreciative of getting the experience of going against Jedi Master Luke, even though he wasn't in his fully realized form. So thank you. And I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you again next round.